Hello everyone, welcome back. It is the second look in today's Try On Tuesday, the first one for Autumn Winter 21, and it is just a joy to be here filming today. I'm so excited for this collection. Mainly the pieces are coming from Just Female, and as I said, we have accessories from Masai and footwear from Patrizia Bonfanti. This second look is just me to a T. It is totally my uniform. I'm going to live in this all autumn long. And of course it is the perfect blank canvas. So, you know, there are options for accessory changes, for layering with knits, for changing up of colors. Oh, it's just perfection. I'm so excited. This beautiful brand new white shirt now. Everybody needs one of these in their wardrobe, and I always refresh with a new shape. I think it's important to find a new shape that it still works, and this is the COLLIN shirt from Just Female. It is simply divine. It's linen and cotton mix, so it has this kind of airy lightness to it, but it also has that structure that I'm looking for, which gives a little bit of formality, sophistication, elegance and versatility. So just take a look at this beautiful sleeve. So you have this kind of dropped arm, wider, slightly bat wing, but you still have the seam here, so you're not going into that super oversized feeling if you don't like that. Also, it's not that long, so it's kind of coming just to the perfect length around the hip and covering the bum. Oh, it's heaven in a shirt, I tell you. I'm just going to live in this. You're going to be sick of seeing me in it. So it's 109 and I'm in the size 10 here. I could be in the size 8, I could be in the size 12. It just doesn't really matter with this as much, because of the shape of it already having that kind of width here. It just depends on how you want to style it. As you know, I love that kind of roomy, relaxed, slouchy vibe. So I'm kind of liking that I have lots of extra fabric to play with. The cuff is divine. It comes down into this kind of fitted little cuff with with 2 buttons, I think. Yes, 2 buttons. And of course then you can, you know, leave that out long if you, I think that will work maybe in a more formal situation. For me in work, I like to just fold the cuff back and then bring it kind of right up to the middle of the arm there and just kind of push it back, and then you could leave it out like that and get that extra little bit of cuff on show. For me, I've just folded it back once and just gives a little twist. And of course on the other side I've done the same with a little accessory there from Masai. This is a beautiful little stretch cuff in black and cream, what I'm calling the all sorts range. It looks like, reminds me of those sweets. And then of course I'm just pushing the cuff back to fold it over it, so you just get a little peep of it, a little hint of it. And then you can see I've added in the earrings as well. Look at these beauties, oh my god, so funky and cool and different. The cuff is 29 and the earrings are €20, so you know, just brilliant price point. And these are both from Masai, and it works so nicely with this black and white blank canvas. So the shirt, did I already tell you, it's 109 and well worth it. Well, you know, you'll be able to wash that like a dream. Everything really in Smock is at that machine wash 30-degree level. I don't really go in for dry clean only. I know our lives are too busy for that. So with the shirt I have, now I'm keeping my hair in. This is really for makeup purposes. I don't want to ruin my collar, but it has got a beautiful big collar. Wearing it out like this, super cool when you have that pop of jewellery going on. But of course you could do it right up and just button all the way and get that classic shirt collar look. Maybe in a more work-based situation you might want to do that. And then I have 3 buttons closed and I've tucked in one side, you know, just gives a little bit of difference, and also then helps draw the eye down and keep that leg length long as I possibly can. Going down into the wonder pants, and these are they are wonderful. They really are. Most beautiful kind of silky feeling flowing culotte pants with an elasticated waistband and pockets. I mean, tick, tick, tick. It doesn't get much better than that. So they have a little self-tie belt, not too long, so you can just do a little bow, a little kind of shoelace bow tie, or you can tuck them down inside if they're annoying you. They're not really there for fit purposes, although you can cinch in the waist a little bit more with them. For me though, with the elasticated, like that's thick elastication there, and it's a lovely width of waistband there, so it comes up nice and high, sits above the tummy, and then allows that material to just float out over any areas of concern that you might have. So it's nearly looking like a skirt just on the screen, as I'm looking on the screen there, and that's because you have that kind of material and the width in the legs, but it's not feeling too skirty. I do still see that I'm in a trouser, and I like to see that little gap in the middle, just a hint of it, so you know. But they just feel incredible on, and look at the length, it's absolutely perfect for boots. Of course you could still wear it right now with your ankles on show and your sneakers, but you know, we're thinking ahead, and autumn winter I am going to be living in these incredible boots from Patrizia Bonfanti. These are the new KUNI in NUBUCK in stone. Let me show them to you. Heavenly, absolutely heavenly. So it's a kind of a new take on that classic Doc Marten style. You have your thick pleated sole, you have your side zip, you have your no lace feature, and this is just the most beautiful, beautiful NUBUCK leather. Oh, incredible. So you can see there's kind of a slight difference between the material on the toe and the material on the heel, and then the center. So the center is that really soft NUBUCK, but it has got this kind of ripple effect in it as well, so it just gives that kind of matte finish, which is really cool. And then the very tip of the toe has a slight kind of waxy outer, just for kind of scuff purposes. It's going to make it a lot easier to wear in the Irish climate, and it's not going to make it so precious. I think if this material was here, it would be a little bit harder to keep, but I know I will just do a little leather spray, you know, those protecting sprays you can get one time usually is enough, and then I won't worry. You know, I kind of feel like this style of boot where it has attitude is designed to have a little bit of rough and tumble wear to it, you know. But yeah, I mean, when I saw these in the showroom last year, I was like, sign me up. This colour is just going to work with absolutely everything. You're going to be sick of seeing these because they're going to be in every single video, but there is another style coming as well in that colour, so stay tuned to see that. You'll see that in another video series. But they're just the comfortable boots in the world. We probably all know the black leather by now, and this just feels like a really nice, fresh style. And I think it works so nicely. Obviously I could put in black boots here as well. I could put in a two-tone boot up above me. That just female two-tone boot would be absolutely beautiful as well. I only have a couple of pairs of these available, so I might be able to get some more. I know they have done them for autumn winter 21, so there could be stock available. This kind of thing could work really nicely with this outfit too. But really, you know, you have options in terms of footwear when you do black and white on the body. I love to have that bit of kind of light shade going on down the bottom, but definitely, as I say, black would work as well. And then that kind of feeling of lightness comes in with the cream in the jewellery as well. So yeah, oh my god lads, this is it for me. Now, of course, layering on top of this as well is going to be super, super easy. So you could do your Omaha knit that you saw in the previous video, that kind of jumper over shirt and floppy trouser look. Love that look as well. You could also layer underneath this shirt. So consider, if you don't want to take away from the shape of the shirt, but you still need a little bit of heat, this is probably going to be me later on in the season, I will bring in a little turtleneck underneath. So you could keep it quite neutral and do the same kind of colour scheme, and then that little bit of neck would just be popping up. This is a new piece from Inwear. There is a lot more of the autumn collection still to come in from Inwear, so I'm not wearing this today because you're going to see it in a later video. But this is the FONDA roll neck in white smoke. So brilliant, basic, essential wardrobe piece, and really nice to have this kind of light neutral instead of a dark neutral. But of course you could put black underneath here as well if you were doing that reminds me, there is another shade in the Wonder Pants, and it's kind of a midnight navy grey shade, and then there is a matching turtleneck. I'm going to have to show you now. Hold on, I didn't have these ready. I didn't think I'd be going to talk about these, but they'll be coming. There's another colour story coming from Just. So it's this midnight kind of navy grey colour, as I say, and here is a perfect little layering turtleneck. This could go underneath this shirt. You would see the collar, and then you would have the Wonder Pants in the matching navy. Okay, enough of that. I'm gonna have to show you these at a later stage, okay, because this is not in my colour story today. So you could have your classic creamy kind of white polo neck, and then you could also have a little bit of sand biscuity beigey colour as well if you wanted to kind of break up that whiteness around the neckline. This is another newbie from Inwear, the TENLEY turtleneck in taupe. So it's up to you. You can do a million things with this blank canvas of an outfit. And again, I'm going to show you these pieces later on, so don't worry. And please come into the shop if you want to see them. I'm here Tuesday to Saturday, 11 to 5. Okay. Now, on top of this, I am teaming it with the most beautiful little gilet. This is new from Just Female as well. So quilted, we have a long line, we have this kind of powder beige shade. It's going to pick up the boot colour perfectly, and it's that in between seasons ideal jacket to have. You have beautiful pocket detail here, which has a button on the large flap pocket, so you can kind of easily reach in, but you can also secure it then with your little button. And of course, when you have this kind of wide sleeve shirt, sometimes you don't want to put a jacket over it and spoil the whole look. Get that hair in there, Mairead. And that is what I felt this was going to work really nicely. And I also love the long line of the gilet with the long line of the culottes kind of peeping out from underneath. As you can see, there's a little slit on the side there, so it just kind of helps it all flow beautifully together. Again, these are quite generous. This is the 8. Yes, I'm in the 8. Actually plenty of room. So again, that Just Female range, they do tend to cut things a little bit more boxy, I suppose. You also I could button it up quite easily, but I don't want to. I will leave that open, and I will probably add a black and white scarf, maybe something like the sandwich one, this beautiful sandwich scarf. It's just working really well with all of these shades. 49 euros, I think. Yes. So you know, that could work really nicely down the center instead of closing it up. And this guy is 150. Well worth it. I also have another style very similar to this due in from Inwear, and I also have a full coat coming in from Inwear in this shade as well. So there will be loads of outerwear options for your autumn winter wardrobe as well, but this is just one to consider, maybe when you're indoors as well. This is kind of that easy, just throw it on. Now, did I tell you about Wonder Pants? I'm in the 10, and they're 95 euros. Not quite sure actually what their material is. Hold that thought. So it's a recycled polyester again. So you're going to see that recycled polyester coming through in a kind of couple of pieces from the Just Female range. You know, if you are going synthetic, at least you know it's a sustainable synthetic. And really, because they have that kind of fluidity and that loose material, it's not going to annoy your legs at all. You know, and this beautiful silky finish to them makes them feel beautiful on the skin. And as I said, the second colour is coming in a later video. Okay, so that's look number 2. I'll be back with another one. I'll see you soon.